One. A student drank 2 liters of fiber supplement for dinner. This is what happened to his intestines.
They got blown out of his body.
I love, I've learned so much more from this guy than any other doctor in the world.
Why though? Why do people overdo things? Like they think it's just let me do an overdue abundance of whatever.
Because they want to see what's going to happen and be like, is it really a big deal?
They're like, this good thing happened, so if I eat more, then more gooder things
happen. I'll be the goodest.
Gooder.
Yeah. Like if you want to blow your colon out, there's things for that.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Two Noobs, Two Boobs with these two wackos over here. Wait, it looked like you were holding something in there, Nicole.
No, just being weird.
Yeah, you're being weird. And then Joe over here in his basement with his conspiracy outfit on.
His basement.
I'm holding in something too.
Secrets.
Wow.
Secrets.
Is it a fart? Because that's what.
Well, okay. I will have to say my 1 year no sharding streak has been gone to a close this week. So it's been a stressful week.
Wait. Hold on. You're 1 a year? How often are you sharding?
Well, previous to 2023, it was a lot. I guess we're back on the game.
Do you have a when you go into a warehouse and they have the safety thing, it's like we've had this many days without an accident. Do you have that in your house?
Accident?
Yeah, this many days without sharding.
Yeah, it's on the wall. That wall right over there.
Back to zero. There's a mystical arm in your background. God?
The government's here. They found me. I don't know how they found me.
Found me in my bunker. So good. I love that for you.
What the hell is going on here? You guys are whacked out today. We got some real confessions from Joe. He's broke his non-sharding streak. That's hard to say. Non-sharding streak. Yeah, there it is. He broke it. Sorry, we have to do a memoriam for your underwear apparently. And then play Amazing Grace to it.
The hamper's
right
now, bro.
Yeah. I think you throw those away, man. I don't think it is that the
throw those out.
Yeah.
Well, no, the diapers are washable, so they're reusable.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had a pretty traumatic sharding accident one time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't last year. It was a while ago. I learned control.
Baby?
No. Yeah, I remember I was 3. No, I think when you're that age, all the way to 5, everything could possibly be a shart. 5 years old, right? You learn that control. No, I was probably 18 or 19 years old, and I was in the Navy and going up the ladder well, and my buddy was behind me, and I was farting in his face and laughing on my way up, ha ha ha, right? And then he's like, you asshole, and then I go up to the next one, I drop another one in his face. He's like, will you stop? And I go up the next ladder, or stairs, you can call it, and I pushed and I stopped mid fart, because when that happens, you're everything, the world is over. It's stopping. It's it's like the bar scene, when there's about to be a fight, the record, that's what happened, right? And it was just and he's like, what? I was like, I think I shit my pants. He's like, that's what you get.
Yeah, you deserve that one.
Yeah, I did deserve it. So
Your
chemical
fault.
warfare will not be accepted.
Yeah. Friendly fire.
We won't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, how was your all's week?
Show off.
Pretty good.
Show off with your asshole, and then you just
Pretty good.
Yeah. Just pooped right out. How you said your week was good, Nicole?
Yeah, the usual. Working, slaving, the whole thing. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nothing. Got a lot accomplished.
Yeah.
Which I feel like not, but also I did.
That 6-figure slavery. You gotta hate that shit.
Yeah, man.
They bamboozle you. They bamboozle you with the money. They give you so much more work and then bamboozle you with it. They're like, oh, we'll give you this much. And I'm like, okay, cool, but like what? But like, what's the trade-off? Like,
Your
like,
soul.
give you my arm?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Your will to live.
Nicole's in her office singing spirituals again. Let's give her a raise.
Spirituals. Just out here like, woo, like.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just rocking in my cubicle. It's all right. It's okay. Only 25 more years.
Just typing on your computer and the computer's not on. You're just going away.
And I'm like, beep, beep, boop, busy, busy, boop, beep, pop, boop, boop.
But she said she got a lot accomplished. She turned the computer on
Yeah,
this week.
that's good.
I know. I like, how you have one, like, you ever see those TikToks that are like, you have split screens and you're like, where the hell is my mouse? I found my mouse. Like, that's what I got accomplished this week.
Oh, nice.
I know. Found the mouse.
That's good. Good for you. The mouse is lit.
What I did is I turned the mouse, the pointer, like larger and a different color. White on white, it's too much.
Too much strain, huh?
Puke green. You'll find that right away.
Oh, yeah.
These have been quick tech tips with Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
You're right. You are so wrong. So right about that. So, you're so wrong.
You're right, but wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good that you have a job that gives you crippling depression. Congratulations. Joe, how was your week?
I just have crippling depression.
Yay!
Yes.
Yes.
I could do that on my own.
We know that. We can tell by the outfit.
Speaking of inside jobs, I'm just like the guy who has a conspiracy for everything you say.
You do have a very conspiracy look going on to you right now. You got the quilted hoodie. Yeah, and then you're
soaking up the truth.
The truth goes like, and the government with their cheeses,
yeah,
they're trying to control us.
Hey,
yes, control us. We had Latin night the other night at the bar, and it was a lot of fun. People salsa dancing.
Nice. Yeah, you look like you just spend a whole every day for the past week in the bar. That's what you look like right now.
Been there. Still there, actually.
I mean, possibly drinking every night, but
yeah,
it hasn't affected me in any way. I'm still normal.
You can hear it in your voice, the alcohol.
Craggly.
Yeah. The screaming, probably smoking. You smoke when you drink?
Oh, no. I tried.
You don't smoke anymore? We're not that age range. We don't do that.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about
smoking.
There's something about smoking and drinking. They just go together.
Drink and your martini and a cigarette, just glug, 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 and you're like,
it's the best. It's the best. So bad for you. It's so stinky. Yeah. But God, it's such a good combination.
Mess yourself up. Just walk in there like, I'll take one. Fuck me up, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're, like, you're smoking. You're drinking. You're shooting up crack, cocaine, heroines, and like.
And heroines.
You're shooting up the drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
In that order.
Speaking of drugs, you guys know that the war on terror was actually a way to get drugs out of Iraq and into the bodies of the inner city youths.
Hold on. So hold on.
I've been misquoting something there.
All right. Yeah, there was so the war on drugs was actually. You are the worst conspiracy theorist ever.
I just mix them all up.
No. Did you know that the war on drugs was actually a plot by the government to give the inner city kids flat earth conspiracy theories? Like, what?
I saw flat earth. You guys ever heard of comets or shooting stars? Heard of those?
Yeah.
If
we were on a flat earth, they'd fall straight down. But since they go side to side,
or it'd spin around like a plate, like tumbling.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well, don't.
Still round though.
Okay. Where's the center of the plate? Tell me where the center of the plate is.
Probably in the
At the-
center.
At
The
the
Mariana
tip.
Trench.
I don't know where the. I don't know. Is it? Yeah, the flat Earth is that's a weird one.
If it was flat, then I'd be
Are
able
you
to see every mountain range.
The most accurate. So Antarctica is the center of the map.
No, that's North Pole. Oh, the North Pole is the center of the map.
Yeah, it's North Pole.
Well,
so
you
we
can't have
see
a
the
North Pole.
skies, Joe. Oh,
Well,
Because there's no
latitude,
north.
0,
So you-
you do north. 0, it's like this where the points meet is 0.
It would be if you were had a North Pole, that means you'd have to have a South Pole. So if it's a flat
There is a
Earth,
South Pole.
maybe it's a center pole.
South Pole,
Oh,
we all know is the ice wall, dingus.
Oh yeah. So the
He called you a dingus.
okay. So
Oh, no.
around, if you look at this most accurate flat Earth, that country down there, which I guess is South America, it just falls
Yes, it
off.
is.
Yep, it's not real. It's
So-
AI.
So Chile's
The
not there
figment of
anymore. Like it's just gone.
Chile.
This poor
Good times.
Chileans. That's crazy.
Anybody excited? We're getting a full solar eclipse in a couple days.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Are you gonna go out and look at it?
Yep, but as your resident safety person, do not look directly at it. It will burn your retina.
Do it.
No.
Do it for science. I think that's a myth. I think it's a conspiracy.
Come back and like both my eyes are bloodshot. What happened to you? Oh well,
Yeah.
you know.
You just got like you just got that permanent like ring light stain on your eyeballs, you know, just like
Singed.
yeah.
Singed.
Yeah, I just that flat earth thing conspiracy is pretty
Dumb? Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I haven't left your
Well,
mom's
how are you gonna do
basement,
that? Like
doesn't
that's a
mean
good
that
point
you're
because
this lot.
we got the solar
much-
eclipse. We got the solar eclipse coming, right? So it'd just be like a line going across the
Just a
yeah, just a straight line
yeah.
and going
Yeah,
across
instead of a-
the solar.
Instead of an archway going in this direction.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so this is proof that the Earth is flat because the sun is conical, and it just goes around the Earth like that.
Meanwhile,
irrefutable
so
truth.
right.
Yeah.
That the sun actually rotates around us and not the opposite way. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds great.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anywho, well, speaking
That's
of
kinda-
conspiracies and fucking holy crap moments,
Mm-hmm.
have you all been watching Quiet on Set?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel about it?
Why am I surprised?
yeah, not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Horrible. The shows are weird. Pedo Wood is like just a mess and is messing these kids up, and shame on the parents for getting them into that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crazy.
there's a scene in there with one of the little girls that was she was like a co-star. She was trying to get into it, and she had been in a couple episodes, and one of the I don't know if he's a director or producer or whatever he was, he
Director.
got her phone number of all the kids, you know, and she thought it was so awesome that she was in these communications and emails with this person, and he finally sends a picture or a video of him jerking off and just says, I was just thinking about you.
Ugh.
Like,
Can I tell you, as an adult woman, getting stuff like that is traumatizing.
yeah. What about you, Joe? Is it traumatizing you?
Yeah. So again, I apologize for those videos, Nicole. But
Well, those are from you? Okay, then that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's just wild because like those shows were iconic with Nickelodeon, like iCarly and the videos that they're showing of this guy Dan Schneider, like basically sexualizing them.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Ariana Grande, you know,
Grande ones,
yeah, and what's her name? iCarly. I don't know her name. Carly.
Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah, Miranda Cosgrove, right? And it's just so it's sad. And the kid that played Drake, did you see his part?
Yeah.
Jake Bell.
Yeah, where he wakes up and the dude's blowing him.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Like
The thing of it is too though, like where are the parents? Like the parents should be on set, right? But then a lot of the time too is, you know, they get like, oh, this is a closed set, like you can't be here, blah blah blah. Like my child
on set.
right.
The
It's
one I
like
just saw this morning, it was a Disney Channel kid, and it was like he just described like over the time period the slow grooming where it took, where like
mhm.
he earns his mother's trust. Sometimes his mother's at the house, but
Yep.
mother's not there, but we still slept
Mhm.
in bed together. It's like it
Mhm.
wasn't weird. One time we were oh he underage drinking. We were underage drinking. We drank so much that we threw up, and then he had to shower me off. He bathed me. So after that, it was cool to be naked around each other. It's like, whoa, just like
Right.
the mind games that these freaks play with these kids.
Mhm.
And
It's
then like
crazy.
they're like, oh, this is normal. No, it's not normal.
well, I mean,
No.
they're predators in like all of Hollywood. You know, I don't want to say all,
Mhm.
but a majority of Hollywood are a bunch of just sexual deviants, and people like Corey Feldman, right? The kid from our generation who spoke up against it, right? Saying, hey, they freaking raped me, sexually harassed me, did all this stuff as a, you know, as a child actor, and they just ostracized him and just said he was a loony bin and all this other stuff. So like this poor guy that's going through all this trauma, right, as a child growing up, and then has to,
Mhm.
and then just like all the words that he's, you know, like, or what he's trying to say is just being looked at like, oh, you're a liar, right? And
Right.
you're just crazy, and oh, look, you're on drugs. Because I feel that that's what they do, is like what you're saying, Joe, is they get them all drunk, get them used to drugs, and then when they start to speak out, be like, well, look at his past. Like, look, you know, if Justin Bieber came out right now and said something, right? Justin Bieber came out and said, hey, I was sexually abused, and you know, which he might have been. There's probably a 90% chance he was, but look at his life growing up and how much he was in the news for acting out, getting arrested, doing all this crazy crap. People would just be like, "Oh, it's a lie."
Yep.
He was just troubled. He was just a troubled youth.
I know. And the thing of it too, like look at it this way too, like like R. Kelly, right? That whole R. Kelly thing. These people let them be around their children, daughters, right? They were thinking he was going to help them get their music produced and all that stuff, right? Then it comes out years later when all these women are either adults or whatever, that it turned into being same thing, right? Same, being alone with him, doing all this stuff, right? Being told like if you say anything, blah 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 blah, you know, like you'll never make it in this town, blah 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 blah, right? Same, it's all the same stuff. Like the problem is like they get so many, and I don't want to like make it sound like I'm victim blaming or shaming, and that's not the case. But people work so hard to get into Hollywood, trying to get their music heard or get it out there in the acting world and all that stuff. And then because these producers and directors and even like the talent scouts and stuff like that, they always like, oh, well, you're never going to make it in this town if you don't have a backbone. Like, you got to be a little stronger than that. Like, you're going to be told no so much and stuff like that, right? So they're thinking that being told no or saying all this stuff or, you know, thinking that they did something wrong. And now they're like, oh, I did this, right? But then, when, like you're saying, if they speak out or whatever, then it's oh, well, you know, look at their past, right? Look at how they've acted out, all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like there's good
crazy.
actors that will like speak up for this, but I feel like they get ostracized because
Well, look
they
at
go
like
against, like the big people.
if you look at like Mel Gibson, right? If you say Mel Gibson now, everybody's just like, oh, he's a loony bin, right? But if you look back at a video where he was interviewed when he came from Australia to America, and when he's talking about how Hollywood is, and they were basically like, you will be part of this, and he's like, I don't want anything to do with this, you know, and it was insinuating like it was like a bunch of children at this party, you know, and they're just doing their thing with them, and he, you know, he got out of there. So I mean, also look at like Dave Chappelle, even Kanye, right? When they start, like, there's Kanye posted posted pictures, screenshots of the doctor that was like, you will take this medicine, right? And he's just like, I'm not doing it, you know? And then what did they do? Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. He's not doing this shit, right? He's not.
Or he's hard to they're hard to work with.
Yeah, right. And so if you're not on the agenda of, you know, whatever is going on in Hollywood, and so many people are just so caught up to be starstruck and, you know, oh, I want to be famous and want to be on TV and movies, and then they get there and it's a whole different world that people don't expect, you know. And
Yep. And then they're like, well, why is it this way?
It's always been like that.
It's always been that way. Or why are we just now hearing about this?
Yeah.
This isn't brand new.
Yeah. And what's crazy too is that we spend all this time idolizing them. You know, like look at Harvey Weinstein or Weinstein or whatever hell his name is, right? Weinstein, is that it? Weinstein, right? Harvey Weinstein. God, I can't say his name. What a monster.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, Ween on the brain, bro.
Yeah, I got that Wayne, right? It's a conspiracy. Right. Yeah, but like, look at that dude. He was a straight up sexual predator, right? And the problem is that like people that are like that, they do it once, and the other person that's on the other end, male or female, says, you know what, this is my opportunity to make it into Hollywood. I'll do it, right? They sacrifice their soul for that thing, right? They're like, I'll do it for my own glory, right?
Yep.
And then it goes again. So the guy's like, okay, it worked one time. Goes again, goes again, goes again, goes again, and then until it takes somebody to like, no, you know. And unfortunately, you know, they've already done it to, you know, hundreds of freaking people or whatever, you know. But you're never gonna catch a sexual harasser or a sexual assaulter the first person. Like,
nope.
It is so hard to catch those people on the very first time that they do it. Like the very first time that they do it, because they did it, that person's ashamed or whatever, they got what they needed or whatever the case may be, right? And then that person develops that habit and that need for power, and just continue and continue and continue and continue. And then when one person speaks out, they all come out of the woodworks. Just come out. He did it to me too. He did it to me too. Hashtag me too, right? So it's just wild that, when was iCarly out? Like 2000. I remember my kids watching it.
I watched it too. Like, to be ironic, because I was too old.
That was 2007.
Yeah, Joe, I think you're right.
2007, yeah.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah. I mean, my kids were watching it, so.
Yep. I watched it.
Yeah. And they were saying that Jerry Trainer, he was like the only one that was like trying to like protect them. And you could see it in
he was the adult of like the whole group.
Yeah, you could see it in the videos where he's just like, stop, you know, like when Dan Schneider was over there recording these videos, calling them cuteness and making them do stuff. And there were certain things that like he would do, and other actors and, you know, actresses knew that he was sorry, I got distracted. God is back.
Sorry.
Knew that he was
I just like,
we got to get him a green screen. Yeah,
I know. The whole thing is too like,
yeah, but knew that he was just a predator. Sorry, I got distracted. Everybody, for the listeners, right? There's a distraction going on, but we're good. But yeah,
Jesus.
But it's just wild.
Yeah, I like, and look at it this way too, right? If the parents are there, what, you know what I mean? Like, why aren't they not saying anything, but also like, this is a really like recognizing that this is a toxic environment and need to get their kid out.
Here's the thing, like, if you're a parent and you're sending your kid to be an actor, right? Is that are you gonna be like 100% like momager and you're there all the time, or
right? And then say, right, you're right.
Something else while you can't be on set all the time.
You can't be on set. You're right. And plus, like,
yeah,
right. And then if you have other children too, that's probably okay, fine.
But you have some parents, right, that have their children and they live vicariously through them, right? This is their lifestyle that they wanted, And now that
Right.
and now that they have a child that's, you know, an actor, a singer, an athlete, whatever, right? They push them through this process for their own benefit, right? Because they know that they're going to be the one managing the money. They're going to be the one that's going to buy whatever. I mean, look at like Miley Cyrus and that relationship with her parents. Look at Britney Spears. Look at all these actors, actresses, and singers that were pushed through the process from their parents, and their parents are just monsters, you know, like stealing their money, doing all this stuff. And you have a bunch of actresses and actors that are divorcing their parents. That's where that all came from, you know. And even in the set, or Quiet on the Set documentary, Amanda Bynes divorced her parents.
Yeah,
but
it's emancipation.
Yeah, emancipation, right? But with her parents were caring, and you had Dan Schneider doing the grooming, right? And then she was trying to, you know, make herself, and then Dan Snyder got his way and she divorced her parents. But it's just crazy, that whole lifestyle. And you see it all the time. You see it all the time. And you get, I think everybody gets a little bit of taste of it from, if you have children and you put your kids in youth sports. You get a little bit of a taste of it, because in youth sports, parents are the worst part of that.
Yeah.
They are monsters. And it's just
They
like,
are.
they're just horrible. You know, it's like we're playing t-ball. You know, like your kid's not the next Major League Baseball. Like, they're not going to realize that until, you know, they're like in middle school or high school, that they want that drive, because you, at this age, you want it more than they want it. They're just doing it because it's oh, look, you cheer for me and I have fun, right? And it's fun here. But it's like, just crazy.
You're right. No, you're right. And you say that too. If it's like, and I feel like it's like 100 times worse if like that parent played that same sport when they were young.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then the kids are, and then they're surprised when their kid doesn't want to do this forever. Like, well, why don't you want to do this? Because you told me I wanted to do this. I've never wanted to do this my whole life.
Yeah,
you're the ones who said for me to do this.
I had a friend growing up who was, I mean, God, he was the bomb in football. I mean, the star on our football team. Just, growing up with him, like, since I was like 7, you know, we went to high school together, and he was just, oh my God, he was a beast. I mean, he was on the news and who's who in high school sports. I mean, you can look, I'm not going to give his name out, but you can look him up. He's in there, right? Just the bomb, right? And I compared him to like Barry Sanders. He was like untouchable. I mean, just a monster. And I went to the Navy. He went to a college. And by the time he got to college, he was just burnt out. And I came home on leave, and he was home, and I was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to quit. And I was just like, what? You know, like, are you serious? Like, you're going to the NFL. And he's like, yeah, I'm just tired of it. And he quit. And he quit. You know, and he's like, I'm just tired of doing it. You know, it's just lost your fun, because, and his parents weren't super aggressive about it, but his whole life played football, and you just get worn out from it. So, yeah, and he's a school teacher, a high school football coach now. But yeah, it's just crazy that these parents just have these dreams for their children and not letting their children figure out what they want. But
I just like, and then there's the other part of it too. Like, I think Jason, you and I had talked about it at some point, about how there's, like you said, parents that are pushing their kids into acting, right? And then once their child makes it or whatever, or in a good show or something like that, or, you know, music career or anything like that, then they become like their soul. Like, these parents end up like quitting their jobs and stuff to like be there for them, and then it turns out to be the kids are the ones making all the money. Like, and the parents sometimes end up either stealing the money, being super aggressive, doing all this stuff, spending money on stuff that their kid made, and not the kid doesn't get the benefit, but the parents do. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, I had brought this up with before, like Jeanette McCurdy, right? If you read her book, it's called "I'm Glad My Mother Died," and then she goes into like the background of how, like, being a child actor, all that stuff, and then her mother being overbearing and really like emotionally and verbally abusive with her, even though Jeanette was the one paying all the bills in the house and doing all the things because her mother refused to work. What, or not refused to work, or she couldn't, or whatever. And then she like stopped talking to her for a while. And I guess I didn't read the whole. Well, obviously didn't read the whole book, but it's just like she said, like it was just a lot to do with her mother when she started acting, specifically on iCarly, because she was just so emotionally and verbally abusive, even though she was the one making all the money in the family.
Yeah. It's what? Back to the show. Quiet on Set. There was one of the actors, Brian Hearn is his name. And his mom was looking like what are y'all doing? You know, like what are y'all doing? And then they like basically said that, you know, like you're not allowed on the set anymore, you know, because there was a scene where, you know, because all that was a sketch show, like a kid's Saturday Night Live sketch show. God, my S's are messed up today. But there was a scene where he's there and he's selling Girl Scout cookies, but he's acting like a drug dealer. And she's like, oh, okay. You know, so you have the black kid, you know, be the drug dealer, you know? And then there was another one where he was Nose Man, I think it was, a character. And there's dicks. Balls and a dick on on both shoulders, and he basically looks like a penis, right? And then there's a scene where he goos on the girl he's talking to. It is insane. Like there's like if you go, like look it up. Go on there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do, and I think I don't.
Go on to just put on there. I think his name is Nose Man. He was a character on All That.
Wait. Oh, that guy's hot. Sorry.
Oh my god. But his outfit, I think it was Nose Man, or it might have been something different. But his outfit was it was like a nose, but it looked like penises. Yeah, look up Brian Hearn.
You're talking about.
Oh, there it is, right there. It's right there. Go to it, right there.
Like I watched
Watch.
all that.
Look at it.
Noses.
Look at it.
A big nose.
I know it's a nose, but it looks like a penis, and that's what they're saying in the episode, that Dan Schneider would get a kick on teetering the line of what is right and what's not, like, you know, sexualized and what's not. So yeah, they made this character, and he has what it looks like penises, and he goos on a face, right? There's plenty of times where the girls are being shot in the face with a gooey substance. And then you had his
water on themselves.
Yeah, then they had their TV show that was kind of like Fear Factor, and they put that kid, Brian Hearn, covered him in peanut butter. And had dogs lick it off of him. You know, so there's just so many weird that video. It's not real. That's a supercut. But I'm just saying, there's just so many things, and just have like these poor kids in these going into, look at them. That is just the creepiest shit ever.
So weird.
Yeah. And the kids were scared of them.
I would be. Well, anybody would be, really. But I would be. Now that I'm looking at this, I recognize what you're talking about.
Yeah. There's so many, look at like her, she was not on it. She realized this shit is messed up. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah, so Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, any children acting. And if you want to put your kid in this, you need to be careful, because there are fat Dan Schneiders rolling around there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like he used to get like girls giving him massages in the director's chair, like
Like the feet.
Yeah, and the feet, they were showing the feet fetishes and all this other stuff. There it is. Look, more
Throw a
feet.
smiley face on your feet and tweet at the show.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
it is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Anyways, yeah. So I just remember there you go. Nurses feel these kids' feet. Dan Schneider, look at him. And then this part right here with Ariana Grande, she's like jerking this potato off. Look at her.
I remember this. I remember.
Look at her.
Watched it.
She's trying to juice a potato in this video.
Ouch.
Like, that's weird. Like, make these faces.
Yeah. And then there's a part where she's like laying on the bed and she's like trying to drink water and she's just getting herself all wet. Oh, man. Yeah, so I highly recommend, if you have not watched the documentary, watch Quiet on Set.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah. But anywho.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Poor kids.
Yikes is right.
Buddy. That's like people are still putting their children into this environment. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it just goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's just their own, what they want, you know, what they want for their lives, that now their kid has some kind of talent and they're gonna exploit it. And it's just sad.
As much as I can.
Look at more feet. More feet.
I remember this episode specifically. I did watch the show.
Look at them.
Fully clothed. And
Yeah, fully clothed in the thing, in the hot tub.
I remember this. I remember all of these things.
Yeah. This dude's over there changing it. Look at him.
I remember that episode too, specifically. I remember a lot of these things. I watched this show, I guess, not ironically. I remember when I was in college, I guess. Yeah.
Here it is. Here's the part where she's going to start drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Weird.
Like, why? You know, so basically for the listeners, you got Ariana Grande again trying to juice a potato. Looks like she's double gripping a dick. And then she's laying on her bed, on her back, pouring water all over her body.
I think she played the game, and that's why they let her get famous.
And she probably did.
I think that's happens to a lot of people.
I mean, that's some unchecked speculation right there, but
Has she put out a statement?
No. I don't think anybody, no, because, no.
she's not going to put out a statement. She's still ingrained in Hollywood and the music industry.
You know why? Because she's in the Illuminati.
Yeah, she sold her soul. Like, she's done. She sold her soul. Like, it's like, look at Amanda Bynes right now. Google Amanda Bynes. This girl is destroyed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like Ariana Grande, she can say, you know, like whatever she wants, you know, but she's still famous. She got her money. She's still making music. You know, she sold her soul. And if you look up like the people that have been destroyed, Amanda.
Ariana Grande reacts to Quiet on Set.
Oh, well, I wonder what she talks about.
Has reacted to the latest documentary about Nickelodeon. This comes after the release of the viral documentary series, which is titled Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. Now, attention has been drawn to certain scenes in shows created by Dan Schneider, suggesting they may be inappropriate for young child stars like Ariana Grande and Jamie Lynn Spears. Dan Schneider, however, denies any
Jamie Lynn Spears getting pregnant.
intentional wrongdoing. On
Oh,
social
yeah.
media, fans are urging high-profile Nickelodeon stars such as Ariana Grande to address the situation. One fan spoke up on this and said, "Why isn't Ariana Grande speaking up? She's
That's
the
me.
most
I
famous
tweeted this.
Nickelodeon star of all. Her speaking up could
Blur,
really make a huge
pixelated photo of
impact.
you.
She needs to do it to honor all of the victims." Another person said, "I am not on Dan's side, but I don't think fans should pressure Instagram comment
reaction?
beneath a quote stating, "The truth always comes out in the end, no matter how hard anyone tries to hide it or stop it. Lies are just a temporary delay to the inevitable." Ariana.
So she is, she's not gonna come directly out and say it. I don't think.
She's
I think
not.
She's still in one of these deals.
She's too ingrained. She's too ingrained in Hollywood and the music industry and all that other stuff.
They'll take it away from her.
Yeah, because
It had nothing to but like hurt her socially. But behind the doors, like all those execs, they don't want anybody to know.
Yep.
So they'd screw her over.
Oh yeah, she'd be done. It's career suicide if she says something, and
Right.
that just shows you the power that they have over these people. That, and you just got to look inside yourself and say, is it worth it? Someone say yes. Fuck it. I'll just get my money and cash out, and who gives a shit? You know, I'm still rich and famous, but it is. It is crazy.
It's different when you have like children who are legit growing up on sets. Like they don't go to school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like yeah, they're doing their homework during breaks and stuff.
They said they get 3 hours of school time.
They're living basically with these adults, and they're just being taken advantage of. When there's got to be a better way, because like when you turn 18 and you can work on a movie, work on a TV set, you're out in LA, things happen, but I don't know. Minors are still minors. They shouldn't be alone.
But I mean, it's just the over sexualization of children, right? And we have a huge trafficking issue with children. I mean, it's a major problem, you know. And then look at like movies like what was that? The Sound of Freedom. Look what happened when that movie came out. You can see who the evil people are in the world. Because the movie came out, it's based on a true story about what's his name? It's a real guy. He has like Tim Ballard. Tim Ballard, right? And because you know, it's a movie, so it's got to have a little bit more action in it. But you can watch on Amazon. You can
Columbia.
Yep, you can watch on Amazon the actual mission that they do for the Operation Underground Railroad, right? And you can watch the actual like mission where Tim Ballard would go in there, try to buy children, shut it down, right? All this other crap, right? And so this movie came out to do it, and it got bastardized. Like, oh, it's all fake. This is just their claim to, you know, it was just like they have this thing for children. And it's just like, what? You know, so you can see how in the studio that did it was not a Hollywood studio. It was a Angel Studios, which is Christian, right? So right there, I mean, it just goes to show you that how evil that industry is, and we all idolize them. And I don't want to be like, I love movies, I watch them all the time and shit, right? But I'm not going to sit there and just like live my life off of, you know, how these people do and care about them on People magazine and watch ET. And
well, because after the Maui thing, weren't they saying like all the kids disappeared?
Yeah.
And the parents are like, where are my kids?
Yeah, where are the children at?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at, there's an interview with Dr. Phil about the border and these children that are being sent across the border, you know, and it has, they have a phone number like on their arm, like written on their arm. And he went down there and said, are we checking these people that are getting these children? You know, like, and they're like, nope. Somebody calls, like they call that number. They're like, do you know this kid? Yep. Send them on. So we got a huge like trafficking issue going on at the border. We got the children that are unaccounted for. Like, what is going on? You know, and it's just crazy to me. And if you look at, and if you talk about it, people are like, "Oh, you're nuts, conspiracy theorist. You're dressing like Joe from that show, 2noobs and 2boobs, right?" Hit that subscribe and like. We're gonna do that point. Right. It's a little plug right there, right? So
they're shutting down the New York schools, and the kids are learning from home, so they can have the trafficked people take up the airports, take up the schools.
Yeah,
they're getting them flight passes.
Yeah,
they can fly for free around the country. It's crazy.
It is wild. It's wild.
All subsidized by your government.
In your tax money.
Tax money is going to trafficking.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, you want to see something cool I saw? You want to see something cool? Well, I wouldn't say it's cool, but it's something that is interesting. If you look up Epstein Island, go look up Epstein Island.
Oh no, I think I know.
Oh God,
go just do a image of Epstein Island, like from the air.
Yeah.
There you go, right there. That the Independent, the fourth one over, right there. All right, now do an image of Nickelodeon emblem.
Oh God, here we go. Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory.
It's the shape. It's the same.
Logo.
Oh shit.
Got the splat.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right there. Look at that. Look at the fourth one over. It's even in the same spot.
Oh no.
Look at it.
God.
Hold up.
That's pretty close. You need to do a split screen.
I don't know if I could do that.
Okay.
Somebody already did this.
Oh, I'm sure. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
There it is. We figured it out. There's
it's the same.
How for you, Stephen Hawking?
Look at look at the little dot. You got the island above it too, the little one. Oh, Stephen Hawking right there underneath the O. Yeah.
All makes sense.
Just out here.
That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah. So I guess my word of advice is don't put your kids in acting. Just have them set up a YouTube channel. Yep. Get rich. I think, I think that's a good thing about the internet and YouTube. YouTubers. Yeah. Yeah. Just so they could be sexualized in their comments only. Right.
Well, another thing, even YouTubers, the most recent one is Colleen Ballinger.
Oh, she's another one.
You have a female groomer.
What is this?
People coming out with her.
Meanwhile, they're out here accusing drag queens of being groomers. But okay.
Who's?
She's an internet person.
So what was she doing?
Things. So
what was she doing?
Her and her husband were bringing over inviting people out either to their house or go out to dinner with 14, 15-year-old boys while they're adults.
And they have their own children, which is crazy.
Yeah, they do now.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear this? She wrote an apology song on her ukulele, and it was the cringiest thing of 2021 or something.
It was last year, 2 years ago, yeah. And then what happened was she got roasted on the internet for that apology song, and then she hasn't been seen since.
Yeah.
Roasted.
What? Why are people so weird?
They are.
I don't know.
People are
what
weird.
show was she on? She was on something else. I know she was a YouTube, but I saw her. Was it Saturday Night Live? I saw her come on for something.
She's always been. She's
or was she on the roast? Was she on a roast?
She's always been on YouTube.
Just seen her somewhere.
Comedians in cars getting coffee?
Oh.
Yeah,
Jerry Seinfeld.
That episode was so cringy. I watched it because she was in character the whole time, and you didn't see it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
It was really, really.
So she's another Nickelodeon person too, huh?
No.
She was on Ariana Grande's show.
It's a music video.
Oh, okay.
Played a pregnant cheerleader.
Oh, okay. So she's just been in kind of just sporadic things.
Yeah, she's
like
just in
one-offs.
mostly YouTube, and then like she got like YouTube famous, and then other things.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
She was a voice of something.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it was a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, but
oh yeah, it was Ralph Breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, so she was a voice of something.
oh, okay.
But yeah, that was a female one. Who else did something? Was there like a Sam Pepper? I don't know. A bunch of like European YouTubers did a lot of shit, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Besides her, who else from America?
I mean, I think it's just you put yourself at risk anytime you put yourself on the internet. I mean,
Oh, yeah, you're
including
gonna be
us,
public,
right?
like anything you do.
Yeah, including
Like
us,
all
right?
of us, we're sexually harassing our friends all the time, but we're not on the internet broadcasting it.
Yeah,
That's how Joe and I actually became friends. Initially was sexual harassment.
Yeah, she's like, I want to feel that Joe Exotic mustache on my coochie, and I was like, man, we're at work. Let's clock out real quick.
what?
The exact words I said was, no, it wasn't even that. That was before that.
What the hell's on your face, and why isn't it on my cooter?
Like, you got things on your cooter.
Oh my god. Well,
No, we found out that we were birthday twins, and then you're like, oh, she's hot, and I was like, stop it.
Yeah, just like also look at other industries like the restaurant and bar industry.
oh,
Sexual harassment is rampant.
rampant.
So like when everyone's just chilling out and hanging out, like these things happen. So like
Yeah,
HR isn't on the scene all the time. Like watching out, you don't have like that corporate fear that you have in other places.
I mean, it still happens in the corporate world too. Like you just gotta.
Yeah, it's easier dealt with. Like, well, they split people up or fire people.
Well, just murder them in their sleep. You know, that kind of thing.
Well, if it's at a higher level, of course.
True.
Oh, I want pancakes now. Thank you,
That's
Ralph.
such a funny scene.
I legit thought about pancakes the other day, and I was like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That's me and Nicole when we go out to dinner.
Just unhinged jaw and
just shoving food down your throat.
Pretty much. We just shuffle it in.
I'm just gonna say this is 2 episodes in a row where we've had Disney products on it. So I think if you do 3, that's when they come to hunt you down and put you in their internment camps and make you a sex slave.
Graduated out of those camps. I am going to be. No, we're getting sponsored.
Oh, by Disney.
Yeah.
Our 3rd episode will be on site in Main Street, USA. We'll have a table set up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna love that.
Doing man on the street interviews with characters.
Or like, which park is your favorite?
Yeah.
Which park is your favorite?
Which boobs are your favorite?
Is it the Disney boobs?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get the little Disney boobs hat.
I already have my ears. I'm ready to go.
Because you know why they came out with a movie called Frozen, right?
Why? Because Walt.
Yes, because Walt's head is frozen underneath the Magic Kingdom. I used to go there, do my daily scriptures there. You know, bow
You mean
down.
after you're worshiping the head in the thing?
Is this
Got it.
You worship the head.
Yeah.
And so if you see before the Frozen movie came out, if you typed in Frozen Disney in Google's, it will give you where's his frozen head?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
And now you type in Frozen, it's just like Frozen Part 16.
Right. Yeah. They try to cover it with a movie about sisters.
She
Sister.
She makes ice cubes. Yeah. But anywho, that's a little fun-filled episode and depressing at the same time.
That's what we do best here at 2noobs2boobs.
Yeah, there we go.
Subscribe, like, and comment.
Yeah, hopefully
we'll follow you everywhere.
We'll follow you to the end.
I'll be outside your window.
Wearing that outfit.
I see you. I see you.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead.
Real window situation. I looked out my window before we started filming, and I looked out my blinds. My neighbor's van across the way has a giant like something hit their windshield. Like it is royally messed up.
Did it look like it got
what?
hit from the inside or the outside?
Right. Break out or break in.
Yeah.
Oh, in, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm like, somebody threw that at their thing. Like, there's no way that was an accident.
Yeah.
It's perfectly in the middle of the windshield.
They saw the van and they're like, I know where free candy's at.
Try to break in and get the free candy.
Yeah, exactly.
The
they seemed like nice people when I've seen them out there and like briefly spoken to them.
But now.
But they do. I mean, I am in white Trashville, so.
You are. You really do live over there.
Down.
Yeah.
Right. They do seem like somebody who would piss off a heroin addict and get retaliated against.
Nice.
It happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, thanks again for listening, and make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and the notification little bell. Bing, bing. Right. And then for every time we go live, which is once a week, Saturday. Today is Sunday, but you know, whatever. Whenever you're watching, I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you hit that like and follow, subscribe on all the little streaming platforms, and leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what we could do better. Maybe Joe could not look like a conspiracy creep. Who knows? Right?
Hey, I'm bringing the factor.
Bring in the fear factor. All right, y'all. Have a great night or great day or wherever you're at, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.